Hey everybody, Dave Lowe here from Yellowstone National Park with the Federal Playbook, and we're still tooling around. This is an awesome place. We've been in a lot of different places. We've been to Idaho, we've been to Montana, and we're over here in Wyoming enjoying the Yellowstone National Park. Great people that run this place. I got the opportunity to meet a bunch of people as well. So I'm here today to talk about getting to your competitors' contacts and their buyers. It's something that we've done for years. When I got into this world back in 2009, that was exactly how I did it. I actually did research on our competitors and then looked at the buyer contacts that are associated with them. It's one of the things you can do in FPDS. I tend to not do that research. I built the system to do the research. And if you need daily research, that's a samradar.com, right? You can get that information from samradar.com. But if you need a list, talk to the samradar.com people because they can grab that information from the ISI federal database. And you can get a list of just a couple hundred if you wanted, or a couple thousand or thousands, all the contacts. And I like to do it by the UEI. When we do our intelligence, we go dig down into it and say, okay, here's who's buying your NAICS, but here are the competitors that are in there. Look at the UEIs and the numbers associated with that. Then do the massive research on the UEI. And guess what? You will be able to get sometimes hundreds of contacts, especially larger, well-established contractors will have hundreds of contacts. And that way you can see how the relationships stack up. And, oh, by the way, if you compete well against them, you can use that as your approach, especially as we get near year end. They're going to need resources, and sometimes the prime that they're working with is not going to be able to deliver. We know that happens a lot of times, and we're looking for those weaknesses. And the only way we can find those weaknesses and exploit those weaknesses is if we're reaching out to the buyers directly. And if all we're doing is saying, hey, we compete really well against these guys, if they start dropping the ball, you may be able to pick up that ball and start running with it. So that's part of what we're talking about today. Make sure you do your research. Subscribe to this channel. We can do these tips every day as we count down to September 30th, where the Govey's got to spend every dime or they lose it for this year and next year. So that's why we want to be doing what we're doing. So get involved. Make sure you're reaching out to those buyers, especially the buyers that are associated with your competitors. See you tomorrow.